Hey everyone, Trail Ducker here, playing another Design League playthrough. This one is 4.3, the Claustrophobic Challenge by crossers7. Our current leader by only 3 points is Bobby J is right on his tail. So yeah, this was the Claustrophobic Challenge, which was everybody had a skinny 450 by 900 square to fit their course in. And this was also a major. So yeah, let's give it a play, and I'm gonna put some background music on. All right, so or let's fly in the air. So the general plot I like. I do feel the fairways themselves came out a bit flat, and especially with the hills around it. So I don't know if Flatten was on the fairways, or if you kind of sculpted around the holes. But with kind of hilly, rolly land around it, I feel like the fairways could have used more movement. I mean, you can kind of see here how it's a little depression, then flat, and then hill. And there's some of it like you see here, but I feel like it could be more. And the other thing was, I know you said you think you were kind of like rushing to get this out just to continue, try to remain in the lead. But I do feel like some more accent grasses could have been added, and even if it's just like multi-planting some different kind of grasses here and there to make it a little more natural. Maybe even some like rocks or something. Whatever you kind of wanted it to look like, I feel was needed. But let's go up and see the square that it's in. Yeah, you can see the size of it there. It looks like it might not take the full 900 yards. Hard to tell. But, another thing is these bunkers are a little kind of blob looking. Don't quite fit in the landscape as well. These ones aren't bad, but there's some more like kind of flatter ones. So I do feel like, which probably was related to your time, that more care in the bunkers, their shape and sculpting could have been used. Nope. I like this green. I'm not sure some of the sloping that's like I feel like this here should have just been one really gradual consistent slope and then down here. So I feel like this middle area needs to be raised, but for the most part I kind of like, having this kind of sideways false front runoff on the side and then having this kind of kicker slope here. I probably have possibly the least interesting pin on the screen. My guy is excited about that shot. Don't really know why, but now I see why. Really liked the little kind of bowl that this green is in. Cool view from the tee, how it's kind of like it's basically like a little path to an amphitheater that the green sits in and raised on the side. This is a bit arbitrary, and if it's more of a framing bunker, which is fine, I feel like a little more could have been done to it to make it actually frame it better and make it more integrated. I like the drive on this, but the green I feel should have been done in a way where it more highlights cutting off this corner. Right now, almost the best drive is right here, which is the center of the fairway. So you could have just angled it a bit more so that this area, or even the opposite way, I don't know. I'm trying to think how to articulate what I'm saying. It just feels like the easiest spot to hit the fairway is preferred area as opposed to as I hug it, hugging the bunkers. More, it's like a little arbitrary, I guess is the right way to say it, of where you land on the fairway, and I think that was a common thing with this course. Is a lot of times it wasn't fully, it was a little bit inconsequential of where you ended up with, and some of that is the as I just whiff it. Some of that is the greens maybe needing a little more cooking, make them have a bit more of the strategy, and then some of that is the fairways and driving areas could use a little more, just something for you to kind of think about and avoid when you're on the tee. Is that a par 5? It seems like one. That seemed really... Yeah, 504 I'd say is pretty short in this game for par 5. I know in real life, but in this game I basically never make a par 5 less than 530. And even 530, I mean, my 18th hole on my current course is 535 and it 540, and I was thinking about making it a 4. I didn't because I have manipulated tees, and there's some 550 tees, but on the shorter tees it plays really short. I do like this green a lot. I like it sitting on the hill like this. It really promotes accuracy if you're trying to run up the hill to that. Every time I talk and wait, I seem to put fast shit out of it when I did. Nope. I do like that view too, how it like overlooks the rest of the course. It's done pretty well. I like this part 3. It's simple. Seems almost a little bit like 9 in a way, but it's not. It's done really well. Part of it is that subtlety here in the green is done really well. And you don't have any bunkers, and you know, you can use bunkers, and you also don't need them. So, like you would be fine with adding them, and you're fine without them, so that's good. Good job there. I like the concept of this part of this drivable. I remember this, and I remember my critique was this needed to be maybe 20 yards longer. Kind of a knoll that is drivable, which is always a good concept because of the risk reward, but I feel like it's too short, and it almost... You're almost never going for this except in like baseball. could try bang like 3 wood into it, but it being that high. They're like smart. Yeah. I'm gonna try to do this. God, I'm fast crazy up there. Weird thing about this is with the rollout, 3 wood is more constricted than driver. And then this is another one of those, because of how wide that fairway is over there, I mean, this is another kind of inconsequential where you hit it. It just is, try to keep it in the fairway so that you're having full advantage of hitting on the fairway. Right, rough. And that's kind of it. Strategy, so a bit more working on that, on the strategy element of it. Definitely think you should have put a bunker right there, like in that little elbow that the fairway wraps around, so that it's thought of hitting over. Or maybe even like a fancy hump that if you hit wrong, you could end up on the wrong side of it. I'm drinking wine during this, and it's starting to make me yawn. 2 more I'm trying to finish. This one sitting. If I make I remember this hole and really liking this. This was my favorite hole on the course because the one thing I'd say is this is the area where you see the hole, so I would put a bunker on the inside and more have you want to hug the inside, because the outside, here you're blocked. Or here you have a shot. So and I feel like the fairway should be cut more here. And then you got like bunkers here that you want to flirt with to get a view of the green, rather than hugging that bunker, you're completely blocked. But I do like the idea, the way it's kind of hidden, the green is kind of hidden behind that ridge. That's really well done. Roll all the way. Doesn't matter. Well, thanks again, crossers. I think you kind of know that you could have done better with more time. It sounded like you were crunched. So a little more work on the strategy elements and some of the planting, I think, would have helped you kind of more compete with the top 2. But good bronze medal, and thanks for joining. See you guys.